All right, we can get started.
Ready to go? Well, we're back for
clap?
week 2. Yeah, do you want to clap us in?
Like clap, like we're actually syncing audio. 3, 2, 1. All right, look, that was so professional.
We nailed that. We are back for week 2 with the arrival of Toiler, aka Mason Mount, aka Corrida Lopes.
Inked Aussie Cup winner, by the way.
Yeah.
What an honor.
Actually, the biggest trophy in esports FIFA ever.
For that month.
I'm made for medals and everything, lads. I've literally got a medal behind me.
Show us the employee of the month of December 2017.
No. We've moved past that. We've got the QAFLW medal now. So
you didn't do shit though. That's the thing. You didn't do shit.
I did.
You ran.
I did. Yeah.
You ran and gave water out.
I didn't give water out once because you're not allowed to as a runner.
Oh, well, then,
really?
Yeah, so you're a messenger boy. You're a messenger boy. Hold on. You're a messenger boy. You celebrated like you actually played.
I don't want to hear it.
But yeah, we were the original 3 that thought of it. But Tyler was too busy for us last week, so he didn't make it. But we will get started. Me and Vernie already did this last week. We spoke about how we came across supporting our teams. How did you start supporting Chelsea?
Well, I was thinking about this today because you boys posed me this question in the chat, and honestly, thinking about it, I kind of don't know how it came across how I came across as a Chelsea supporter, but I didn't really start watching football. Me, obviously being 20, pretty young, so I didn't really start. Love the input. I didn't start watching football properly until probably the 2014 World Cup. That was when I was properly watching it. But I was playing FIFA since like 2010, 2011. So I obviously had knowledge about teams and all that sort of stuff. But why I chose Chelsea, I just me and my mates, I don't know if you guys, when you were younger, always just used to watch highlight reels and stuff of football games and top 50 crazy goals and all that sort of jazz. But I don't know why, but Chelsea kind of just caught my eye as a team, and I just enjoyed watching them. And I don't know, a lot of people probably thought I was a bit of a bandwagon for choosing them because they had just recently won the Champions League for the first time and stuff like that. But no, I just liked how they played, and so I started probably watching them, and then just kind of fell in love with the club, and that's me ever since. So it's pretty much my backstory.
Sorry to interrupt, but someone was live. That comes up, and I didn't know what you were talking about before, Cecil, but I just realized someone does actually on your forehead.
Right in front of my forehead.
I can't do anything. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to. It's the most thing ever. I'll close it as soon as I see it.
Surely there's a better way for us.
There has to be. There has to be. We'll figure it out.
Website where we can put all 3 of our webcams.
Not turn notifications off.
How about Zoom?
Maybe.
Why wouldn't Zoom work?
Who's winning the NBA Finals this year? Oh God.
What? What month is it? It's August.
You've come to the wrong podcast and the wrong
to a different sport.
It's August. But the answer is the Celtics.
Let's go, the Celtics.
Well, they have added Malcolm Brogdon, which is a big in for them.
Have they?
Yeah. So it should be.
Let's not get into NBA. Let's not get into NBA.
Yeah, I could.
I was just gonna say,
we can do another episode where it's NBA based. We've got our basic stuff lined out. So
when when you're talking about going for Chelsea, when you're young, you just know, you just
have a feeling towards the club.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When you know, right?
How it was to me, right?
Yeah.
So and I think that
you don't think about it too hard.
Yeah, and that was a lot of all of us, some of my mates were, United, a few of them Chelsea, even some of them were not even Premier League teams. So, so yeah, it was just a team that I enjoyed watching, and that's how it came about. So yeah.
Well, yeah, that Chelsea team back then would have been crazy, like Hazard and
Yeah, well,
was...
exactly. Like I had my like my school screensaver on my computer when we won the Premier League. Oh, I don't know what year it was.
Chelsea history. Let's go. Early quiz.
It was the year
better
after
add a question.
It was the team with like Diego Costa and like
Yeah.
and all of those sort of players. Like just an
Ramirez
OG,
playing
team.
back then.
Who was that? Sorry,
Ramirez.
Oh, FIFA Go.
Yeah, he was.
I don't think he was playing in that team. I think he had left earlier, no?
Yeah, I can't remember. He might have been even before that, to be honest.
Might have been a little bit before. I don't remember him being in the team, but
he was like the Sissoko.
Actually.
He was like the Sissoko of FIFA back then.
Mate, he was honestly in everyone's
just like
team.
The most meta card possible.
Yeah.
Nah, he was like a base Kante pretty much.
He was Kante before Kante, really.
And
he was Kante before Kante.
Then he went to the Chinese league and got absolutely paid.
Him and Oscar, right? Around the same time.
Yeah, Oscar too. People used to say I look like Oscar. It's just a Chelsea thing. It's just a Chelsea thing.
Oh God.
Now I'm making Chinese money. What can I say?
No, Mason Mount's way more accurate.
Mason Clear.
Well,
Cecil, do you know what I just realized as well, Cecil?
Yeah.
Because you're talking for Discord, but your camera's on Twitch. You're delayed as hell.
Oh.
And I assume I'd be the same as well on your end. So we definitely have to go through like Zoom or something one day, or like is Skype still a thing?
Yeah, Zoom might actually be the way.
Or Teams.
Zoom.
We'll have to do some research because this way is
scuffed.
Yeah, it's really scuffed.
It is right.
We're only starting it now. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect on the.
We're in
episodes. We're learning.
We're in the probation period.
Yeah.
I'm delayed on my own? No, I'm not delayed. No chance. Wait, as in like mental. Oh, shut up.
You just confirmed it right there.
No, that's so ironic. That was so ironic. Moving on.
Daddy Vern, Luke, spoken more in your chat than mine. All that means.
We can go through the important things that happened last week, like United losing to Brighton. That was.
I'm surprised. I wasn't. I literally was not surprised that United lost.
Like, I thought that they might be able to just like snag a result just because of like having Ronaldo and stuff, but when they started with Eriksen at striker, I was like, oh god.
I didn't even know Eriksen started at striker. Like I personally didn't watch any of the Premier League games over the weekend. Obviously, I know most of the results.
Yeah.
But what I saw, obviously seeing them in Melbourne for the couple preseason games as well, I saw something that looked very bright for them, but also there was still a lot of leaks in that defense, and I think. And, you know, nothing against like Melbourne Victory or Crystal Palace, but for them to like Melbourne Victory to go up 1-0 against a pretty strong Man United starting squad, obviously with a few not in the team, it was quite a surprise to me. And it kind of like, even though they ended up winning the game 4-1, I thought, yes, United fans are going to be happy here. But when you look at it at the big picture, you kind of conceding to, you know, nothing, like I said, nothing against Melbourne Victory, but an Australian team. You wouldn't really consider them to be like a club even in, you know, what, EFL Championship. Like, you wouldn't even consider them a championship club. Like, and yeah, so that was like my thought process going into the new season, that, you know, United could possibly lose their first game, even though they beat Liverpool for 4-0, was it?
Yeah.
But
so
that's everyone keeps saying preseason, right? Yeah,
preseason. That's proven to.
And they needed like the performances more than any other team, but it still seemed.
Well, it was them and Arsenal. Those two needed to perform,
Yeah.
And Arsenal stepped up and performed, whereas Chelsea. United. They fell behind, and
They just don't have
like
the
Bernie said,
midfield.
I was kind of expecting it, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Yep.
a huge surprise, but like just how easy it was for Brighton to like. They could have scored like 4 goals, to be honest.
Yeah.
Danny Welbeck was bloody prime Mbappe against United.
Yeah.
Like he was made to like.
I was very surprised by the way, them starting Welbeck over
no offense to
Mope
Welbeck
and Undav.
Yeah, that was I thought Mope always started for them.
Yeah, so did I.
It was a big surprise, but obviously it worked for them. What else happened last week? Obviously Liverpool drew with Fulham.
Disappointing.
That was interesting, and that was when I was out at my mate's and I checked the scoreline because it was a 9:30 game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I checked the scoreline, and Fulham were up, and I've gone, "What's going on here? Like, this is interesting." Mitrovic had a cracker. Clearly, I didn't watch the game, but it's bright. It's bright for the start of Fulham. It's very bright.
It's definitely a wake-up call for Liverpool.
It proves that any team on their day can beat any other team in the Prem.
Yeah.
I think that's like all sport. Like you perform as a team as well as you possibly can. You can beat your opposition,
especially in like top leagues like the Prem.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no like guaranteed win in this league.
Hey, Duffy's asked, sell, bench, and start, right? Salah, De Bruyne, Ronaldo.
Oh God. Oh,
I can go first if you want. I can go first. I'd sell De Bruyne, bench Ronaldo, start Salah. Because Ronaldo won't be going as much as De Bruyne would be.
I feel like mine's going to be very controversial.
I was going to say start De Bruyne, bench Salah, and sell Ronaldo.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same.
But Ronaldo's is not worth as much as De Bruyne right now. So
yeah, but I think De Bruyne's output.
But I wouldn't want to get rid of him, kind of.
Because if you want a goal scorer, like Salah can score as many goals as Ronaldo can. Yeah, I would start KDB, bench Salah, then sell Ronaldo.
Is selling the person meaning you don't like you just want to get rid of him, or actually like?
I don't think it's like it's because they have a price tag on them.
Well, that's how I thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not like if you sell De Bruyne because he's going to be more than what Ronaldo is. Then it's not. Like
sell Ronaldo. Okay, that makes sense. Sell Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You're just picking the 2 players that you want in your squad.
Yeah.
I'd still start Salah, I think.
Yeah, I think you could get away with that. Yeah,
you could probably get away with either. It just depends, like, kind of what you want from your team, because they are 2 completely different positions. It's a little bit of an interesting question, but
good question from the audience. Let's go.
That was a good one, Mr. Duffy.
It's definitely getting my chains clinking.
Then obviously Arsenal had a good performance against Crystal Palace. 2-0 win. Was a bit shaky in the second half, but
a win's a win for Arsenal. Especially when it's opening night for them as well.
Yeah, that was a tough game.
There's always pressure as well having like the opener. So for them to win 2-0, and I would say comfortably, but obviously the win wasn't comfortable. But when you look at the scoreline, you see 2-0. Yeah, when you look at the scoreline, you see 2-0, you think it's a comfortable win, but yeah, from what I heard, they had themselves run down a little bit. So
it was a good first week performance, and then Spurs looked really good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my concern for this week is they started off really well, whereas we started off with the penalty. So yes,
Jorginho coming through with the goods. Chelsea 1-0. The only thing that I think is a plus for Chelsea is their defense looked fucking really good. And with Cucurella starting, if Cucurella starts over Chilwell, I think you guys would be way more creative going forward as well with him on the left side.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm excited about to see what he brings. to the team.
But we were all expecting that. We were expecting Tottenham to be offensively good. We were expecting Chelsea to be offensively bad with no out-and-out striker.
Yeah.
Right, and defensively good. So I think we were no surprises there.
No,
in that
not
sense.
at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if the game on the weekend is a draw.
Like a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, I have those vibes as well because
Yeah.
Chelsea is so hard to break down, and I think Spurs could like easily get frustrated.
Yeah, but if Tottenham do break down a Chelsea defense,
yeah.
it's going to be fucking a statement, I think.
Yes. And then we'll finish on the scariest part in
Oh,
Haaland.
mate. Honestly, he takes 2 steps and then he's 10 meters ahead of his defender.
Oh my god. He's so fast.
Doing what he does. He's just doing what he does.
We've all seen him play for Dortmund, right? And we knew that was how he that's how he was, but to see him play for
so
City
fast.
See him do it in the Premier League is completely different, and that is the big concern because everyone thought he was just going to be, just really heavy on the ball and massive touches and stuff because that's what we saw.
Not with the passes he's getting. The passes from this midfield.
The supply he gets is what's
it's a
going to
joke.
make it.
Yeah. With his finishing, it's fucked.
It's fucked.
It
is. And I think Bournemouth are gonna like hold about 7 goals this weekend.
Yeah. Probably.
They got City this weekend. Oh no.
I wouldn't be surprised if that man. How many hat tricks do we reckon this man is going to score this season?
Yeah,
too many.
I look like an idiot now after last week's podcast because I was like, oh, maybe Haaland will get 15 goals, but he's already got 2.
I thought you could quick me. I said
37 more.
Oh, I'd say he get 7 against Fulham alone or something. He's
definitely gonna score pretty much every week. At least.
Yeah, that's a huge concern for the Premier League.
That's.
But Man City fans are loving it, so.
Yeah, big time.
Like we don't know any. Except for Alex.
And done.
No, facts. Fusion and I'm done.
2 Alexes.
Got it. 2 Alexes, yep.
2 Alexes.
Facts. I don't think there's anything else, unless you guys have anything from last week. Any sport-related
the audience
news?
is saying Haaland will score goals if he can stay fit. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's the only question, like, because it's pretty physical league compared to Bundesliga.
The Bundes, yeah. The big Bundes.
But he's a big, strong dude, so I feel like he will be okay.
Southampton mudded.
Big, strong dudes, don't we?
Sorry?
Can
Trent defend yes or no, says Luke.
Oh wow,
that's for you.
I saw so many people get up Trent for that first goal. What did you want him to do? Be like 7 foot tall and stop him from jumping over him? Like I don't think Trent was at fault there. Like it was a great ball in, and then Mitrovic. That's just his bread and butter.
We were talking about how Mitrovic would, how he's a really good championship striker, but a really bad Prem striker. You just never know. Like he might have improved.
Yeah, he looks like a lot more agile than I remember him being. So maybe he's built for it this season.
Also, probably his last chance as well.
Definitely
staying up.
Definitely.
Because last time Fulham got promoted, they went back down straight away, didn't they?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Because then there was a period before that when they stayed up quite a bit. When like Dempsey and stuff.
Yes, yeah. No, this was. I remember they went out and got that Seri midfielder. What's his name?
Yeah.
John Seri. Spent like 30 million, and it was like a flop. I think he still played for them. To be fair, but from memory, he was a flop as well. But it was good on FIFA.
While we're still on football, thoughts about Christensen and Kessié, their situation at the club at Barcelona.
Barca. So what? Did he remove Barca from his bio or something? What was that? What's happened?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think Barca have until Monday to like register them, or they get released from Barcelona.
So it's only those two. They've obviously kept Lewandowski because he's going to be vital for them. But yeah, I find it quite interesting that they're making signings, but not even like
Yeah,
I don't know what the word is like, but like yeah, they can't confirm it yet. Like,
because I know
surely,
they got a big backing from Goldman Sachs. They got like 500 million or something, but then they have to repay it. They have to repay like $1 billion in like 25 years or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But it
fucked.
still
It's
doesn't.
the situation is so fucked. Like we obviously don't know the ins and outs, but like, do you
Yeah.
remember the time when Barca had like charities on their shirts and that?
Yeah.
Now it's the fucking Spotify Camp Nou or whatever it is. Like, it's fucked where they are
They're
now
just trying
because
to
Yeah.
not
milk
that
as
long ago
much
they literally
money
had
as possible.
charities. They
to
had no
be a
sponsors on their
supporter of that
shirts.
club, you must be so disappointed. Like
100%.
seriously,
Hmm.
it's
Because it's
quite
not a
sad.
football club anymore. Well, it's not a football club first. It's a business first.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
can't like. Do you know what I mean? It's money more than it is a football club.
Yeah, big time. Big
It's
time.
a money, it's a money machine anyway. Well, they're trying to become a money machine, but
And then
it just seems like. Yeah, sorry, just real quickly. It's just from the outside looking in. It just looks like they're trying to dig themselves out of like a hole
definitely.
with like a bigger shovel. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But then every week you see them linked with another player. I'm like, how is this happening?
Yeah, makes no sense.
And then it'll be interesting to see whether De Jong stays or goes. Because I've been seeing Chelsea.
If they use no players, they
I'm
have
hoping
to.
he comes our way.
Well, if
Him
you have a
and
choice,
Aubameyang would be like really crucial for us because we need like a forward, obviously, and to have that extra midfielder as well in De Jong would be. I mean, he's pretty young still, so to have him would like give us so many years out of him, which would be fantastic for us because obviously, like a few of our midfielders are getting up there in age and they might not be performing as well as what they were, you know, a couple seasons ago. So to have De Jong slide into that midfield would be
it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Just quietly, I just got a sub from Ali, and I just kissed my camera. So it would have looked weird on Charles's stream that I was blowing a kiss to my camera, just randomly.
I'm watching your stream, so it's gonna come up.
I was just like,
Oh, no.
that would have looked weird.
Hello,
Simon.
Anyway, yes, Seri was from Nice. Correct.
Nice.
Nice.
Now, I've also just wanted to touch on this. This is also more Chelsea news.
Yes.
Okay.
Leicester are asking to like make us pay our most ever.
Yeah, I saw this.
For the signing of Fofana.
How many years has Fofana got left in his contract?
I'm not sure. I haven't read into it too much,
but
I have just seen that Leicester are asking us to make our most, like more.
You guys don't need him.
I don't think we need him, especially to spend the most on any player that Chelsea has ever. I don't think it's worth it.
That's Van Dijk numbers, I assume, because Van Dijk was our record signing for a bit, right? And then Van like I don't know about you, Charles, but Van Dijk, in my opinion, was a turning point in success. Maybe Allison, but definitely Van Dijk for me.
Definitely Van Dijk.
Fofana's not that guy.
Because that season before we got him, we still weren't that.
Our back four was shit. Our back four was rank.
Like we were just getting wins because of our attack.
Mm-hmm.
We were just literally going, we're gonna outscore you, and you can score as many goals as you want.
Bro, I think it was it even Mignolet or Karius, and then
oh my god,
Girdle. I want to say like Klein. I can't remember who.
And then we used to play Flanagan at left back.
Yeah. It was
Moreno. Alberto Moreno.
The
worst
get
left
out.
back.
Man United.
Throwbacks.
I it puts so much pressure on a. It puts so much pressure on a player. When they get bought for a massive price tag. Because you'd probably have to pay like 85 million for Fofana.
85 million.
Well,
that's the minimum.
They bid 75 and it got rejected.
That's why it's so absurd. That's why it's so absurd to me. Like because that's how much we pay for like Kai Havertz. Like what 75, 80 mil.
Yeah.
They're asking for more for a player that, like, I don't even know too much about Fofana.
Yeah, he's been at less, like, he's obviously
He's been there
defender.
for a while, but I've just not seen anything to warrant a price line that high.
Yeah. Harry Maguire was 80, Fofana is probably 150.
Well, that's pretty much what it seems like.
Well, Van Dijk was 75?
Fofana is not English, so he would not be close to 150 mil.
There is that English rate, the ratio, right? Is there an English cap they have to meet?
Yeah, that's why City got Phillips.
What is it? What's the what's that minimum?
I'm not sure the number, but
if anyone knows the minimum, that'd be great. Simon will know. Simon would definitely know.
Come on, he knows all the useless stats.
The English tax facts.
But yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't think Chelsea need him because Koulibaly looked really good, and then if you have Thiago Silva and like you can probably get away with using Azpilicueta at centre back for another season.
Well, Chalobah started on the bench, didn't he, on the weekend?
Yeah, well, that's the thing as well.
Cucurella can play centre back as well.
Mm-hmm. That's 5
centre back. It'd be interesting having Cucurella as a centre back, but if obviously worst comes to worst, it can happen.
He has a centre back card on FIFA, so he has to be able to play.
Of course. That's how it works, Tyler.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. That's why I know Nunes is going to be good because I got team of the season. Let's go.
That's why shapeshifter just makes me think any player can play anywhere. Shapeshifter cards on FIFA makes me think.
Chris Wood, centre back incoming. Oh god.
Maximum of 17 non-English players according to Google. Fuck, I wish we had that in the A-League. I wish there was like a minimum of Australian players that you have to sign and the rest can be international. None of this fucking marquee bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I wish we had that.
Yeah, it would. Because we need to.
That would also mean Victory, Sydney. They would just sign the best players that they can.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
All I saw on my Twitter timeline yesterday was everyone tweeting about Patrick Cripps. Like, can someone explain that situation to me?
What was that? Sorry, I was reading the chat.
All I saw on my Twitter timeline was about Patrick Cripps.
Oh, yeah.
Can someone elaborate on that?
Away, or?
Well, so Patrick Cripps was charged 2 weeks for I don't know what the incident. I know the incident. I don't know what they got charged.
It was a late bump on.
Yeah, reckless. Whatever it was, right?
Yeah, it looked pretty reckless on like replay, but yeah, it pretty much.
It's happened time and time again. It's not just Cripps.
Absolutely.
Other players. Raul, I think this year got done. Did he get done? No, Raul didn't get done, but others have.
Raul, but
I know Jack Ziegler did. Anyway, bump. Right, got done 2 weeks. They appealed, got denied. 2 weeks was kept. Yeah, then they appealed the appeal, and then he got
nothing.
He got let off.
He got let off.
0 weeks.
They appealed twice, and yeah, it's just there was just like nothing.
I don't know
happened.
What the argument was.
So I don't understand how you can appeal on an appeal. Like what's different to the first time looking at it?
Why
it's the same situation.
It's
the same situation. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why are they
of
allowed to
whether
relook at it?
Yeah.
I think I don't quote me on this, and I definitely could be wrong, but I feel like if you appeal the appeal, there's a chance that could get increased, like the time served.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That they could.
I think that's the only thing.
Like, first week of finals, if they were to make finals, as well. So
yeah,
but the thing that's concerning is that the player on the receiving end of the bump is concussed.
Yeah.
So that's why.
And the AFL have come out and said that they're taking medical reports into it as well, which they obviously haven't.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of questioning as to why the second appeal still goes through. That like he's got no time off.
Yeah,
is that. A player's gone out with concussion. If you want to protect your players, surely he keeps the 2 weeks. Or even if it gets down to 1 week, he still does not deserve to be on the pitch this weekend.
Well, let's be honest. It's Patrick Cripps.
It's Patrick
that's
Cripps.
what
I think
that's what it is.
I think the
It's a big
AFL are
name.
probably, and like, you know, as a Collingwood supporter and whatever, I'm gonna say whatever.
Yeah.
I think Carlton are getting protection.
Oh,
That's my only thought process behind the fact that he's been let off. But I just don't see like how that's.
Jordan said he
everyone
can't
else.
get increased.
So-
Okay.
Does it make them more money having Carlton playing better?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's the big clubs. The big clubs are in the finals.
Carlton haven't played finals for how long?
I want to say since they beat Essendon. No,
It's been a little while.
since they beat Richmond in that final. When they were 9th.
So
that was the last time Carlton.
I think the fact that Carlton hasn't been in finals, the fact that they haven't been in finals for so long would bring them in so much money.
100%.
If
100,000
they
at
were to beat
MCG.
finals. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying like, you know, AFL are behind all of that sort of stuff, but I just still think like if it's my player on the end of it, if it's a Collingwood player on the end of it, which I'm pretty sure Braden Maynard got the same thing. I'm pretty sure Braden Maynard did something quite similar, and he got a couple of weeks off. So, yeah, I just think it being a Carlton player, obviously, I wish he got time off. But, you know, I think the fact behind, you know, players being protected, it's just not really happening. So, I just don't understand why they've been let off. But the decision has been made, and yeah, Cripps will be playing the next 2 weeks.
It is a bit of a lottery, though. It's annoying.
Who are they playing
Lottery.
this weekend?
They have Melbourne this weekend, and then they have us next weekend. So 2 tough games for them.
2 massive games.
And I think they have to win at least one.
I'm surprised they fixtured the Carlton Collingwood game in round 23. It's very interesting.
It's going to be a big game.
Massive
game.
Collingwood automatically top 4 now, or not really?
If we win this week, I believe we are.
Get out! Hey, just quietly. This is how bad of an expert I am. I tipped Collingwood to be last this year.
I mean, I think
that surprised a lot of people, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone was writing them off before the season ended.
The players, it's literally the same team from last year, pretty much, with, you know, a couple additions in Lipinski, and someone that I've really enjoyed watching the past couple of weeks is Ash Johnson. He's been awesome up front for us, and I think that's a player that, you know, we need to keep for a little while. And why we haven't played him earlier, it might be something to do with, it being a mid-season draft and whatnot, but he's been kicking goals left, right, and center, and he's looking really dangerous. So
was it this year's mid-season draft pick for you, or last year's?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was this year anyway. But he might have been injured, Jordan. I can't remember, but no. As soon as he's come into the team, he's looking really dangerous for us, and that's something that I don't really think I've seen in our forward line for a little while. As much as, you know, Brody Myercheck has been, you know, on and off. Obviously Jamie Elliott's been really good the past couple of weeks. But yeah, his addition into the team, it makes
X Factor, mate.
It makes I think it makes a lot of us Collingwood fans smile, because I feel like we haven't really seen a player like him for a little while. So
it must be nice to have good news coming out of your club. No, but I'm saying that Cunners is making his return this weekend, which is going to be very good.
Is that Cunnington? Sorry.
Yeah. I think he had testicular
cancer. Testicular cancer. I know what you're talking about.
Thank you for the dropouts. Yes. He's come back to that.
Being dropped is not the greatest decision.
Did you hear why?
I didn't hear why. No. But
so reports were coming out today that he failed to do his recovery properly, ice bath and all that, in front of the senior players and the coach after the last week's game.
Yeah.
So I know Boomer Harvey came out and said he needs to do his Monday to Friday better, because within the 4 walls, Monday to Friday is just as important as game day, which is fair enough.
Absolutely,
it's fair enough. And apparently he hasn't been going about it properly, so that's why he's been dropped.
Yeah.
But I think it's very ironic that we are playing Adelaide in Adelaide, and it was his first chance to play back home.
Yeah.
And that's the week he gets dropped. I think that's very coincidental and doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all.
I rate that when coaches drop people when they're not like.
Even no matter who they are, right? No matter who they are, they could be the number one draft pick.
I rate that.
It's discipline though. Like,
you
can't let someone off for not doing what someone else like if they're not performing or whatever. Like,
because there's so many other players.
All the hard work off the pitch.
Yeah,
they deserve to be played. If you're like doing all right on the pitch and whatnot, but being a fuckwit off the pitch, you shouldn't get started.
You should know. You're a Collingwood supporter. No, you remember the Rat Pack? They did everything off the field, but they still played every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
What was it? Ben Johnson, Alan Didak, Dane Swan.
Oh, Dane Swan.
Dane Swan. Fucking hell, man. So
I saw him and Dusty one year when I went away to the Gold Coast on holiday.
I think I say Bali.
They were getting up to some mischief at a restaurant.
We'll leave
it at that.
Why am I not surprised?
We'll leave it at that.
They're both absolute nutcases, to be honest.
Oh god.